Do you suffer from headaches, jaw pain, or neck discomfort? What could be happening is your muscles in your face and the upper part of your head are tight. So the masseter is here, the temporalis is here, and the pterygoid lateral and medial are here. So what can happen is when your jaw and your head is tight, it can cause trigger points that will shoot up from the jaw into the head, and the upper head muscles will also send trigger points into the head and down, referring into the ears and the mouth. So what I wanted to show you is that you can actually release those muscles. So the masseter is right here on your jaw, and you could probably feel it. You may not have ever really released these muscles before. You may have never even felt them before, but you'll feel when you open your mouth that masseter muscle is being relaxed. So what the masseter and the temporalis do is they close the jaw. So when you're opening your mouth, you're actually relaxing that muscle. So you can see where I'm pointing here, that's the masseter. The temporalis is right over the temporal bone, and that one, as I say, closes the jaw as well. So you can feel when you're on the right muscle, when you open your jaw, you should be able to feel that muscle move. The lateral and medial pterygoids are right below here where the jaw comes up. So you can feel that there. There might be a little bit of tension or a little bit of sharp pain if they're very tight. So just be gentle on those as well. But what you really want to do is you want to start with one muscle at a time, one area at a time. You can feel right on one side, there's a little bit of tension there. So just very gently when you're looking in the mirror, push on that spot very gently, and you're going to hold that. You're going to hold for a maximum of 1 minute. After that, just release. When before that minute, you could probably feel that the release happens before. So when the release happens, so you might feel a little bit of tension or discomfort in your face, but when that release happens, then you can stop pressing. But if that release hasn't happened before the 1 minute mark, as I say, make sure that you stop. Because you don't want to push on a muscle too long. You could create issues with nerve function and all of that. So just be very gentle, be very careful. You also want to ensure that you do release each of those muscles, because if you don't, you could actually reawaken a dormant trigger point. And a trigger point is just, it's sending a pain or energy towards a different area of the body. So the temporalis can actually create trigger points up to the top of the head and around. The masseter can bring trigger points down the face and into the ear. So you don't want to reawaken a dormant trigger point without fully releasing it. So let's say you get to that 1 minute mark and it still hasn't been released, then I want you to feel that spot again and then put more pressure on it. So you're going to do this a couple of times if the muscle hasn't completely released. So I've been touching the masseter here because that's a really good one to help relax the jaw. What happens too, there's a mind-body connection. If you're very stressed, then your jaw is actually going to come back a little bit. And that's going to signal to your adrenal glands that it's time to fight or flight. So just be aware of that. What can also happen too, if you're very tight in the jaw and into the head, that can create tightness into the neck, which will then create tightness into the shoulders, the upper back, the lower back, various parts of the body. So just be very connected with that as well, that you might be having shoulder pain because it's stemming from your jaw and vice versa. So again, I want you to really gently press and release those tight trigger points, release those tight muscles, and yeah, it'll help you to relax overall. As you know, there's a mind-body connection with everything. So if you're tight here, then that could mean that, you know, you're just very, very stressed, or there's lots of things going on in your life. So I hope you got a lot from that. That's something you can do every day if you're very tight. So give it a try. Let me know how it goes. And if you like that, down below there's a subscribe button, and I'd really appreciate that if you did that. And you'll get a lot of great notifications for different videos and everything to do with the mind-body connection. So enjoy that, and yeah, I'll talk to you soon.